Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to Tuesday Night Racing. It's time for Midwest Motorsports GT4 action. Thank you for joining us. We're racing this week in the German Eifel Range in the world famous Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. We have a 100-minute endurance format this week. Practice and qualifying has already taken place, and Max Bauer has put it on the pole by over half a second over Josh Bloom, who's going to start on the front row in the white Mercedes. In third, Jason Phillips in the AMG Mercedes as well. And it looks like he's in a Midwest Motorsports police car tonight, the black and white with the red and blue windscreen. Gotta love that. Jason Phillips on the second row with Brian Coxon. And these are your points championship contenders in the pro division. Brian Coxon comes in leading by only 50 points. I'm sorry, 150 points, which can easily go either way. You got Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffett on the third row. And so the race is under Max Bauer's control, and he's put the hammer down already. We're going down the long front straight into a hairpin downhill braking zone. And you can see it's already a little bit hazy. We're going to get darker as the 100 minutes of GT4 action gets underway. All 4X and above will be reviewed on the first lap. So hopefully these guys can get it through the first lap clean without any incident. This off is playing aggressive in turn 4 already, leaving plenty of space. Max Bauer showing why he put it on the pole, and he's checking out. Deeper in the field, they're too wide. Jesse Coffey is still racing side by side with Steve Hansel. Now Stuber wants some reaction back there too. Front five kind of single file out now. Further back, their single file Justin Taylor's going side by side with David Stark. For the first time up through the Schumacher S, Max Bauer continues to set a great pace. These guys are going to settle in. I expect to see 2 pit stops. He's going to take somebody very brave, do more than one. I'm trying to do less than 2 pit stops. Everybody back there single file now, so the race is on. No major penalties. See, it looks like Michael Odell is up 4 spots. You know, we had a pit lane starter of Aaron Mitchell. Looks like he's made it through. No problem. Up 5 spots now. Michael Odell's moving. Currently 13th place. Qualified 18th. That is not what I expect to see of Michael Odell, so he's going to be coming through the pack with keep our eyes on him. We had a bad qualifying or coming in late. Here's Michael Odell picking up as David Stark goes around. And that's the very last turn after chicane. You know, he was battling with Jason Phillips. No, he just finished it all on his own. Let's keep it over. And that Aston right behind him. David Wortman gets by as well. So a tough break. But David Stark, he'll spin it around and get a point in the right direction. Up front, nothing's changed. Max Bauer, Josh Bloom, Brian Coxon, 1, 2, 3. Jason Phillips in the police car. 5th, and Travis Rowe right with him. Jesse Coffey 6th. And those are your top 6 in the points. So everything is turning out, or at least starting, except for Max Bauer, of course, who's missed a race. No 4X on the first lap. I think that's a Midwest Motorsports record. Thanks, Race Control, for that. We are on the hood of Josh Bloom coming down towards the chicane. You can see the track map and the M&Ms, the yellow cars who we're riding with, the yellow dot. So in the chicane, easy to lose or gain a lot of time here, also to get some off tracks. So right now they're playing conservative, that we will get closer to those bollards as the race progresses and the confidence gains. But right now the track is pretty green, and you can see it's overcast, maybe even dusk. So the track temperatures, I imagine, are pretty low, which means very grippy. And the car is doing what it wanted to do. Josh Bloom, looks like he's got a little advantage under braking there in turn one. You got it. Josh Bloom chasing down Max Bauer as much as he can. But again, it's a long race. These guys are professional drivers. The pro class is in the blue designation on the screen, on the timing tower. We are with the replay with Niles Kula. And just in front of him, Black Milwaukee. Is that Steve Hansel? It is. All on his own. Goes around. Didn't see any contact, just putting the power down. Trying to get a good run into next S's. And yep, traction control did not pay benefits on that one. Still have to watch your wheel spin. Steve Hansel just gets it wrong. He has time to make it up. Back up front now with Josh Bloom. Still only a quarter of a second. I'm sorry, just over a half a second lead for Max Bauer. Brian Cox another half second, and Jason Phillips another half second. So straightening out. All right, David Wortman and Michael Odell battling again. I think that means David Wortman got around Michael Odell. And right behind him, Ian Bakaitis, who is your second place in the amateur standings, as David Wortman and Michael Odell. Michael Odell both in the Aston Martin. Michael Odell in the black and gold. Gonna take, they cross over back and forth. Michael Odell. David Wortman goes wide at the last second. Michael Odell tucks inside, and now David Wortman wants to cross over as they go through turns 2 and 3. Move Michael Odell up a spot. Here's Christopher Hopper in the purple car. Here's David Wortman again, trying to chase down the Aston Martin of Michael Odell. Just up ahead, get that position back. Even though David Wortman is an AM and Michael Odell is a pro class driver, they still get more points the higher they finish. So there is incentive for everybody to move up as many positions as possible. Justin Glickner in the all-white Porsche, number 21. Blue numbers for the pro, being followed closely by another Porsche and then another Porsche. So a little Porsche train here with Justin Thaler, who we are actually riding with, pointed at, and riding on car. Kudos to these guys for figuring out how to get Justin Thaler to give us some onboards now. Cool carbon fiber. You can see the Michael Jordan elephant print on the nose. As we're riding with Justin Thaler for the first time in Midwest Motorsports history. So now, no excuses. We get to ride with him. As he goes through that chicane, again, staying off the elevated part of the chicane, of the curving. Keep the car from getting too upset. We go around the final corner in pit entrance. expect pits between the pit window will open about 20 minutes in and close about 40. There'll be about 40 minutes per tank. Looking back from Brian Coxon at Jason Phillips, you tell the blue and red looks like a police car. It's wonderful, wonderful creativity. See that? Brian Coxon is being followed by the police, and he has rights too. Don't violate his rights. Right now, you got to catch him. Not to pull him over. Brian Coxon is not going to pull over and let you go. In the hairpin, hit it up again. Max Bauer qualified about half a second a lap faster than Russ Broom is turning up a very consistent lap. You see with the purple lap right now, and I'll get it. Here's John Daniels. This is that Porsche train we were following earlier. Justin Glickner, John Daniels, and Justin Taylor. I like Justin Taylor's line feed a lot better. We're finally coming down the back stretch. John Daniels in the red and black Porsche, looking very racy. Not going to poke out this time as they go into the chicane. Is he going to do it on the last turn? Here's it again. Awesome job coming onto the straightaway once again to start another lap. And this Glickner, John Daniels, Justin Taylor Porsche train carries on. Let's see if he's going to pop out under braking. John Daniels in the 81. Justin Taylor is ready to pick up the pieces if there are any left. John Daniels has been known to be aggressive but fair, no contact. Seen him race side by side with everybody, so lots of trust here in this pro train. John Daniels is actually an AM driver, and Niles Kula up ahead is also an AM driver. So John Daniels here is chasing Justin Glickner with Niles Kula up ahead. Glickner taking a little wider line around turn 6. Downhill into the hairpin and back up. Ooh, nice correction there by John Daniels. Putting the power down, trying to keep the car pointed in the right direction. Justin Taylor's got a good slipstream up here. He had to lift, and that gave John Daniels a better run up the hill. See if if Justin Taylor can catch him into the chicane again. Not this time. He is in the slipstream, though. Justin Taylor might be able to make a move. But it's still early. We are 1 hour, 27 minutes to go. Oh, we got some action here. We got John Aslan in the Napa Porsche. And I believe that's Steve Hansel again in the Milwaukee. We are at Schumacher S. And Aslan goes inside and blinks. I'm sure that distracted Steve. He had nowhere to go, and Aslan must have lifted while he was blinking, or maybe even disconnected. And then the speed differential was probably 10 miles an hour there. And Steve Hansel had no choice but to run into the back of John Aslan. So that was rough. Once again, Steve Hansel is the victim of circumstance. we are joined by Aaron Holroyd, who has decided to step on in, and now that the action is picking up, I can have some help calling the race. Aaron, how you doing tonight, man? Have you been able to catch up with any of the action so far?
I just saw the back end of Aslan with Hansel, but yeah, I had to go get the terrible twin roommates down for the night, and now I'm here ready to watch them racing.
Awesome. Well, heads up, we are looking at from the back of Brian Coxon, looking at Jason Phillips, who's been working on some paint, and Jason Phillips has got a new paint livery for us tonight. Maybe hoping that people will just pull over for him and show some ID or maybe get a ticket here. So, Jason Phillips in the black and white Midwest Motorsports livery police car. Looks awesome.
Yeah, nice to see. I'm just checking the leaderboard right now. Max Power in the front. Hopefully, he has himself a good race. I know he might have had some trouble. I know 2 weeks ago. I wasn't here for last week's race in Spa, but yeah, it's nice to be back here. We have a big endurance race tonight, a nice track. So a couple of sharp turns here, and make sure they make the clean passes.
Yeah, we went through lap one with 0 4 X's. I think that might be a Midwest Motorsports first.
And
But
that'll make the after action report easy.
now it looks like Daniels did get around Glickner. Now Glickner wants it back. This was a Porsche train we were following earlier, and Glickner was in front. But John Daniels has got by Glickner now and has his sights set on Niles Kula up ahead. And Justin Thaler behind was not able to get around Justin Glickner at the same time, but this race is far from over. Looks like fog is playing for the night, and it's going to continue to get darker. So towards the end of this race, again, we're only about 15 minutes in. Here's the pass on John Daniels on Glickner, and Glickner saw it coming. That was through the chicane where he really gained the most speed. That pass was started by John Daniels getting a better run through the chicane, and that it paid off. Glickner saw it coming. I believe there's no rain. It's just heavy fog, which means temps should not change short of the track, and it's going to get dark in the last pit stop probably. Max Bauer put it on pole, Josh Bloom second, Brian Coxon third, and Jason Phillips fourth, and that's how they've been running ever since. Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffey, those are the first 6 in the point standings. I'm sorry, 5 of the first 6 in the point standings.
Oh, Phillips gonna make the move here on Coxon. Coxon got a poor run out of the little chicane area. Took a little too much curb and allowed Jason Phillips on the inside. But look for that high horsepower drag, and he's gonna hopefully retain the inside line here and make the move stick, moving up to P3, hopefully.
Side by side down the front straightaway we go.
Oh,
Down in the braking zone, he doesn't force the move. But that was an opportunity that Jason Phillips will remember. And Brian Coxon can wipe the sweat off of his forehead and focus forward once again. But you're right, that pass was started in the chicane.
yeah, Coxon gonna take a note of how much chicane he did last time. Hopefully, he doesn't take too much this time again and miss out on that opportunity he almost gave up on.
We do know that Brian Coxon got an upgrade. He's no longer racing on a laptop.
What?
Yeah, we got AMG battle. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
AMG battle with Taylor Montague and Justin Shoup here. Taylor Montague in the black and cyan, I guess we call it, fluorescent blue. And Justin Shoup in the silver and yellow AMG going through headed down now the little short straight back to turn 5 and 6 before heading downhill. But Taylor Montague's been with Midwest Motorsports for a long time and has been working hard and getting better and better. It's great to see Taylor Montague sticking with it. Justin Shoup, relatively new at Midwest Motorsports and holding his own for sure. Is this battle? It's going to go up the Schumacher S and then Aaron, he's rocking your number, the 73 here. Let's
That's
see if he
right.
can do it justice.
Yeah, I was hoping to see how you're doing tonight. One of my number partners, and if I were to do this series, I probably would pick an Aston Martin as well. I love the GT3. I'm sure the GT4 is relatable of some sorts. I'm going back here trying to figure out when Coxon got his new setup. I'm trying to see if he gave me pictures of it yet.
No, I found something. Ian David Wortman worked out a deal, I think, and Wortman wanted to upgrade and got a head start on the money by whatever Brian Coxon offered him up for it. So they both got an upgrade, and Brian Coxon put it to use last week as he won the spot race. And here is the battle for third place. And this time, going down the front straightaway, Jason Phillips says, Josh Bloom's getting too far away, Brian. I got to go. Maybe you can follow me and we'll catch back up. But we need some more points than those guys are getting away. We can't let them get away. If we're going to have any chance at a win, I got to go.
Probably gonna give him a ticket for not maintaining a race pace.
Exactly. Exactly. Here's another time Steve Hansel working his way back up the field, getting around Aaron Mitchell there. Steve Hansel's had another rough race. He spun out on his own earlier and then got tangled up with a blinking car. Shout out to Adam Sondag working the controls and the cameras in the truck downstairs and giving us all these great shots that we're seeing, keeping everything running smooth. Josh Watt running the Twitch stream. If you're on Twitch, give us a shout out. Maybe we'll see if we can give you guys a cheer. Tell us who you're rooting for. Here's Ian Bakaitis in the black car going at it with, I'm sure that's Albert Ty Williams right behind him, headed towards the chicane. Here we go. Ty Williams taking a wider entry in the first one. See if he's going to cross him over on the exit and go inside. Not this time, but Ian Bakaitis definitely knows he was there. Ty Williams using all of that slipstream. This is for the last spot in the amateur podium. No, I'm sorry. This is for fourth place in the amateurs. Now Kula and John Daniels are up the road. Killer racing up and down the field, and David Wortman spins. Good job to not rejoin dangerously in front of those guys, but David Wortman's going to lose some position. Francis Faustino gets by. David Wortman spun, putting the power down in the braking zone, I believe. No, that's putting the power down. On the exit, just turns in. Has he lost it here? Is he counter steering yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he's trying to save it. So trying to carry the apex speed. And yeah, it's really tough to drive. Did he hit the guardrail? Nope. But Francis Faustino did get by. So move Francis up.
We still got this Porsche battle going on. I think yeah, that is Mike Odell made the move past Justin Taylor some point ago. Yeah, I remember there being 4 Porsches lined up, and then Odell was back to hunting, but Odell has closed the gap now between the Porsche of Glickner and Daniels, put himself in front of Justin Taylor now. Oh, here's the move right here. So it gets on the inside. Not exactly sure what turn that is, but was able to take a nice inside line and carry the momentum outwards and force Taylor to do an undercut, which slowed his momentum down. And just kept maintaining. Taylor took a lot of curb in that entry, that first left-hand turn. so that slowed his momentum down even more. And now Odell's looking to catch back up now. He's got a couple guys in between him and 6th place, so he needs to get as much points as he needs. Currently, I'm check out the standings for these guys. Overall, in the overall championship, Odell's sitting 7th place. So he's got a couple guys, Jesse Coffey, who's in 5th place. He sits right there in 6th place, 6th place in the race, but 5th place overall, so he needs to get some points on him. David Stark, who is down below, so Odell's going to get some more points on him tonight. And right now, between Taylor and Odell, they're separated by 325 points, so Mike Odell looking to stay in front of Taylor and get that the overall championship points gained on this tonight. And you got David Warman trying to get outside of Francis Faustino. Outside turns into inside here. Makes the move stick. Keeps all 4 wheels going the same direction. Moving back up, P14, David Warman chasing down Ty Williams. We got 5-second lead. Now we got Alex Kula falling under pressure now. With John Daniels, Justin Glickner, and Michael Odell, this 5-pack. Oh, Daniels gets in the back of Kula. Kula takes a sand. Lost a lot of speed. John Daniels did not. And I'm not sure if John Daniels just lost connection because
Where'd he go?
out. He's showing out on the pit board now, and he's dropping now.
Oh, no.
That couldn't have been. He couldn't have already got X'd out. That's far too early in the race, is it?
Did he disconnect? Did he leave the world? Oh, my goodness. What a rough break, man. He got a great run on Niles Cooler coming out of turn 6 there, headed down towards the hairpin. And I don't know what happened. It's like he found a black hole somewhere. Just disappeared into outer space.
Oh, there he
back
is.
on track.
Huh. That is a strange one indeed. Because he didn't just blink off the screen, he lost a lot of time. You don't get this good run behind Kula. And yeah, that was where he lost time. So I don't know what happened. That's a strange one.
Aliens got him. They beamed him up.
Yeah,
he went to the future for a couple of years and sent him back down. I want to ask him what his ride in that spaceship was like, but goodness, man, tough break for John Davis.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see from his point of view, like, was he still on track and driving, or was he just freeze up? Because he didn't stay with his pack, like, he lost a lot of time with these guys, so it's... They said he was gone. I don't know how that happened, but you know what? No, now he's gone.
Tough break. I hate that one.
No, I don't think he's gone.
Yeah, he may have left the world. It looks like he's still there. And driving. Well, move everybody up a spot that was behind him.
So I guess he disconnected or dropped through the pack a lot and then blinked back where he disappeared, so... Yeah, strange. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before. At least I've never been told it happened to me before, so... That's a new one on me, but racing, keep going. Ian Bacardis has Albert Williams all over him. David Warman has closed the gap a little bit. He was 5 seconds behind these guys. Now he's 3.5, so these two battling each other, probably making some dive bomb moves. It's allowing David Warman to catch back up to them. You got Glickner and Taylor now. Both the Justins making their pit stops from P9 and 10, so there's the first round of pitters.
Pit window is open about 20 minutes in. And remember, David Wortman spun on his own, so without that spin, Wortman was up there fighting with Niles Kula and them. So anyway, it's all good. We'll see how the pit stops play out. So David Wortman, I expect to see him come up, but Michael Odell, the big mover of the day, up 10 spots from his qualifying position. Ian Bacardis and Ty Williams have been going at it lap after lap after lap. And these guys rejoined. They stopped about almost exactly the same time, 27 seconds. So let's see how long it takes the leader to come in and pit. And if the undercut can pay off here at 27 seconds, you think they took 4 tires there and no tires for fuel?
I would assume they just took fuel for this one. I mean, I would at least because we know with other tracks you can mostly just take tires for the one stint and you'll be fine. So I'm sure they took no tires, just took fuel, and they're gonna see what their deg's at for
The
at
next
least the
stop.
first for the first the next stop. So if they have 10 deg on the first stint, then you could probably get away with maybe not stopping or just doing front. From what I heard, if you have to take right
Ooh,
one side. On a curve, and both these guys Coffee getting all the way up. The other one was like V8 supercar style.
these guys have been going at it all race as well since qualifying. Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffey, they are battling side by side in the point standings as well. And Jesse Coffey qualified just behind Travis Rowe, and Travis Rowe currently 4th in points, Jesse Coffey 5th in points. So this is about halfway through the season, and these guys are really fighting for those positions and really even. And here's Steve Hansel on Taylor Montague and Justin Shoup that we were watching earlier. So Steve Hansel has a fast car, knows this track well. Definitely hoping for a better start to the race, but being an endurance, maybe he can get some of this back. But it looks like the Glickner and Justin Thaler are doing the 20-40-40 scenario.
Yeah, so Hanto's lap times are about a second faster than both these two drivers, so he's making up plenty of time. Just hate to see how his race started with the self spin and then the accident incident at the beginning part of the race when I joined back in. So he's making his way back to these guys. He's got really quicker lap times than the next one in front of him, and then he starts
Ooh,
catch up to traffic that's about the same pace. So
here's that Ty
Daniel,
Williams battle with Ian Bakaitis. Is Ty pass him this time? Yes. Gets him clean, no off track. Ian Bakaitis tries to cross him over. Ty Williams defends and then throws a second block up high. So remember that for later. I don't know if Ian Bakaitis,
oh,
he won't forget that.
that can get confusing inside the cars. You got the Snap-on 22, and then you have the Mission 22, but the number 60 car. I just noticed on the side of the cars they both got 22s, but Daniel's
That's
still got
right.
the number 60.
Inside he goes. Bakaitis on Williams. These guys are slicing and dicing. Ty has the better line this time in that corner. So Ian Bakaitis definitely letting him know I'm still here. Ty leaving plenty of room, and Ian leaving plenty of room. These guys are going at it. Did you do your 22 push-ups this morning, Aaron?
No, I saved that for after my softball game.
Roger that. As Ty Williams now decides to come into the pits and try to split the strategies and see where they come out. Back to that battle up front. This is for 5th and 6th. Jesse Coffey in the BMW, Travis Rowe in the Porsche. Just awesome racing in this GT4 division at Midwest Motorsports. Gotta love how many battles there are up and down the field. And Michael Odell continuing to move up as he's approaching Niles Cooler now. And yes, is it
Yeah, so Odell was gifted the two positions earlier when you saw the two dual Porsche of the Justins take their pit stop. So
right?
that allowed him to get up on Kula now. I imagine these guys are going to be coming in fairly soon. They're just past the halfway mark of a normal race, so this is about the time people start pitting within the 30-minute mark to the 35-minute mark. So I'm sure We'll see what Odell does here if he's gonna make the move on the inside this or outside this chicane, which turns into the inside. So if he's gonna hold it here, he's gonna tuck back in. So he's gonna tuck.
Make him go deep and then cross over the exit and get an entry into that last corner. See if he can go deep on the braking here. Textbook. Oh, now it's Kula tries to close the door and does. Gets a good run on the entry. Carries a lot of speed. That Porsche. Now it's Kula blocking now all the way down. Let's see what Michael Odell does. Remember, the pit lane exit is right here as well. So there he goes. Michael Odell's going to use it all and put his elbows up and use all of the runoff on the exit, which gives him the inside line to turn 2 and textbook Nürburgring pass.
Just getting reports that the number 33 of Landon Sprinkle has retired due to equipment failure. So I'm sure he had some problems with the PC. Hopefully he diagnoses that and gets it backed up for next week.
That's unfortunate. Landon Sprinkle had a great run last week at Spa and was rough. He was in the John Deere McLaren. Maybe his John Deere McLaren let him down today. Some equipment failure. Hopefully he'll get it back together. Justin Thaler on the inside of Glickner. These guys came out of the pits together. The cool Michael Jordan elephant paint all over the 00. And we are now allowed to ride with Justin Thaler. I don't know what kind of magic took place to make that happen, but thank you to everybody who coordinated that. But we get to criticize Justin Thaler's driving now a little closer, as Justin Glickner's all over him, flashing him, saying, hey, let's go. I see you, buddy.
Either let's go or give him the friendly distraction button.
All right.
Glickner and Justin, they go far back. Both these Justins race each other for quite a while, so they like to goof off of each other here and there. But this Justin's going to try to get the inside of that Justin. Doesn't make it stick very well. We'll see if they go down to the next one. He's going to maintain the inside line here, but they have to run out. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, he nosed him. I saw that coming.
Contact.
Oh, Justin.
I mean, it wasn't much. It looks like Thaler lifted off just a little bit, but Glickner, seeing the red mist and forgetting, sorry, my bad. You're right. Thaler's not having any of that.
I'm sure that's going to stick back there. Thaler's going to remember that. Hey, buddy.
Yep. So much. What happened to our plan? We had a plan to come in the pits together and come out together and do the race together. So much for that plan, eh?
But the Toyotas have GT4s.
Ooh. Leaders are in. Max Power stayed out. Brian Coxon now is taking over second place. He is not pitted yet. So that's right at 36 minutes. Aslan lets the leader go. It's after the Schumacher S's, so that's 10 and 11. This coffee and row battle continues. Wortman now is caught up to Ian Bakaitis. Remember, Ty Williams came into pit. Here's David Stark. Josh Bloom came out of the pits just in front of David Stark. So that's where Bloom is. And Jason Phillips behind. So that's another 3.5 seconds that Jason Phillips has lost to Josh Bloom. But he was back. He was back with Brian Coxon. So Max Bauer now has finally come in. And Brian Coxon, let's see if he comes in as well. Looks like Brian Coxon staying out for one more lap. Brian Coxon going for the overcut. So that McLaren getting good gas mileage. That might play a factor later in the race. Jesse Coffey and Travis Rowe also come in, but Max Bauer now.
Michael O'Dell's made his way in. Now Kula's also made his way in. So we're starting to see a frenzy of cars coming in, probably pushing the very last lap because they've been running for close to 40 minutes now. I would imagine you'd see David Warman. There he is. Ian Bakaitis coming behind him. David Stark might be coming in pretty soon. David Stark stays out one more.
There's Max Power. He was in the lead. He keeps the lead. Well, we'll see what happens when Brian Coxon comes in. I'm sorry.
Well, we're seeing the times now when Glickner and Thaler came in, they only had a 27 second stop. Bauer comes in with using more fuel, comes out with a 35-second stop. So
Yeah, and Jason Phillips has caught up to Josh Bloom. So Jason Phillips came in before Josh Bloom, I believe. Jason came in with Max Bauer, so
no, they both came in lap 17.
it did 17. You're right. Max Bauer came in at 18. So, but Jason Phillips, anyway. Sorry for my mistake there, but Jason Phillips has caught up to Josh Bloom, where he was a few seconds behind when he was racing with Brian Coxon. Finally got around, and now after the pit stop, see, there's a major difference in the pit time.
Yeah, that's
almost exactly the same. So Jason Phillips has made all of that up on the track. Maybe Josh Bloom got caught up in some traffic. I'm not sure. But now Brian Coxon definitely getting held up in traffic as he decides to come in for a change. But here's Jason Phillips. Josh Bloom sliding through that first Schumacher S. Trying to carry as much speed as he can without getting off tracks and slowdowns. It's turn 10 and 11. Really hard to gain, but got to get a good run out of here. And hopefully in the draft without getting in the kitty litter on the left. Really slow you down. Flat out kink before the chicane. And we do have a lap car up in front of Bloom. So let's see. David Stark, he's not going to slow him down too much.
He's not a lap car. He just hasn't come in the pit yet. He might be coming in this time. There he goes.
So let's see. Max Bauer goes by. Brian Coxon sitting in the pits. And here's that battle for second. Where does Brian Coxon come out? He's going to keep fourth. He stopped for 36 seconds. So just about half a second longer. No change in position, but definitely an advantage for Jason Phillips. After he passed Brian Coxon, he has worked hard to catch back up to Josh Bloom. So Jason Phillips on the move. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch Max Bauer, who is now out to over 7 seconds up front. Impossible to know which battle to follow. Of course, we're going to follow one, and the pass is going to happen on the other one. But it's all good. Just under an hour now to go. David Stark comes out 13th. Steve Hansel and John Daniels is still on the track. 15th and 16th overall.
I'm just looking at here and seeing look at the standings now. Michael Adele came in front of Niles Coolan, and somehow, Niles Coolan only had a 21-second stop, so he's playing a different strategy compared to Michael Adele had a 36-second stop. And they both came in on the same lap, so Coolan messing with fuel, I think he is, just to try to split something evenly, because now he's up to 5th place while Odell is back down to 8th. So these guys right here, Travis Rowe and Jesse Cobb, is sitting between Kula and Odell, but they're having their own battle at the moment. But look at pit stop times, and relative to other cars coming at the same time, he's got a significantly less time in the pits, about 15 seconds he saved on this pit stop.
The battle for second comes across the start-finish line, and Jason Phillips on the inside gets around Josh Bloom and instantly stretches out to almost 3/4 of a second. Jason Phillips is on the move. I know he's hosted a couple practice sessions for everybody, and that means he's been able to get some practice laps in as well. Those are definitely paying off.
Yeah, good reports now. The 9 of John Aston has called it at night. He had another incident a couple minutes ago, so he's packed it up, and we'll see if he comes back out here next week in the Napa Porsche.
Tough break. John Aston's a good oval driver and trying to cross over a little bit into road. And we don't want anybody to get discouraged whatsoever. So hopefully John Aston will maybe get some more practice in before the next one and feel better about racing wheel to wheel with these guys. I'm sure he left just to make sure that he doesn't interfere with the racing too much. But everybody's welcome here at Midwest Motorsports. It's a free league. We're just racing for fun. As much as we like to take everything serious and do as much as we can, try to be realistic, but remember, we are here just to put smiles on each other's faces. And John hopefully will come back next week at Long Beach, a street circuit, so hopefully he gets some practice at that one. But Josh Bloom is not able to repass Jason Phillips, but Jason Phillips not really pulling away. Maybe the two of them can try to reel in Max Bauer. 8.8 seconds to lead now. Travis Rowe. This battle continues on. Travis Rowe and Jesse Coffey, they're going to have something to talk about. They've been racing since the drop of the green flag 45 minutes ago.
I feel like every time we see Jesse Coffey race, he's always battling somebody. Like he's always got somebody on his bumper or he's on their bumper every time he watches him racing. So he's a competitor. He's either going to keep up with somebody or maintain the pace that somebody's got behind him. He'd be very good at having somebody with him the entire time. I don't really ever see Jesse Coffey by himself when he's racing.
If their goal is to catch up to 5th place, they'd be better off working together instead of crossing each other over.
Oh, here goes a big crash.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a couple guys are popping up red. Hopper going to do a little self-induced spin. Little half spin there. I'm not sure how that registers a crash, but
Hope he goes forward.
He's barely 30 degrees. They got Steve Hansel popped up and David Wardman, who hope it's not true.
I got to tell you, that purple and neon yellow of Christopher Hopper definitely stands out. All right, there's Steve Hansel behind him. So I don't know if Hopper was reacting to blue flags. There he goes. Steve Hansel goes by. John Daniels goes by. So this is Steve Hansel. Oh, losing it. That's turn 10. I'm sorry, that's 11. They both go by. Nice snap turn there, even with the traction control.
Then goes Wardman. Is it a recurring theme that the Aston Martins, all three of these guys driving Aston Martins, they all started sliding, and Wardman got a tank slapper. Does it keep it off the wall? It should keep it off the wall.
That's in the Mercedes Arena section, turn 2 and 3. Keep the gas in it and spin it around one more time. Nope. So let it break and watch out for oncoming.
That was 3 Aston Martins. Losing traction.
Aston Martin's leading, by the way, so I don't know if you can blame it on the car completely. Everybody trying to get the most out of the car for sure.
I will say this track was a doozy when I tried driving in. I know what these guys are finding out here, so Josh Bloom gets a little too deep, gets a little bit of the kitty litter, keeps it all the way out so does not lose too much time. These guys continue to battle P2. This Max Bauer is still checking out. I believe he did that last season too, where this track was one of his dominant tracks. Bauer making his way around Pete Hurlbut there, putting the number 19 down from position 21. I'm sorry, that was Andrew Miller.
From the lead, Max Bauer starts another lap. If you want to join us, go to midwest-motorsports.com, or you can scan the QR code right there. It'll take you to our link tree, which has all of our rules and different divisions. We have 2 oval divisions starting next season. We're currently in between seasons, so some recruitment races coming up, Fridays and Sundays, and Tuesday is the GT4 series. Midwest-motorsports.com, or you can scan the QR code.
All right, battle continues between these two. At some point, you guys are gonna have to get a room here. Be covered around each other the entirety of the race. Half the race down, and these guys have not separated more than, I don't know, 30 feet. Travis Rowe, I believe he's the sole BMW driver for the evening, holding it down for the German or the BMW manufacturer. If I can get my words out correctly. I don't know what happened here.
Jesse
That's Ian
Ship.
Bacaitis.
Yep.
Ian Bacaitis making an unscheduled pit stop. He was in there for 1 minute and 21 seconds. Not sure what happened to Bacaitis.
I'm sure Ty Williams is glad to have him off his back, though.
I'm going back, I don't see anything happening. I didn't get any off tracks or any incidents. Maybe he had a real world thing happen, so hopefully he'll be able to sort that out and take the opportunity to take a pit and figure out what's going on. Range 1 and B.
Travis Rowe still looking racy, trying to figure out how to get around Jesse Coffey here. And here he goes into turn 1. Oh. Not yet, but he sure is. He's got to be getting frustrated at some point.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't know who's more frustrated. Travis Rowe can't get behind him, or Jesse Coffey can't get him off his tail.
Right? Travis Rowe almost thought about getting up inside there and getting his right rear, but decides against it. It's like there's some dirt there on the track that Travis Rowe hit and had to nicely catch there as the car goes over it. Lost a little bit of time, but I think when Travis Rowe gets right up a little too close to him, he gets a run on the next corner, there's not enough room to keep that momentum going to continue to build speed. He has to either pop out, and by then the differential is too close that he can't complete the pass.
It's hard to tell here too, because these guys have been running with each other the whole time. Like, their lap times are virtually identical, so it's hard to tell who actually has the more pace, because Travis Rowe we can think he's got a lot more pace, but until he gets behind around Coffey, it's when you really see it popping out. As you got Noom now getting back up to Jason Phillips, as he has been the majority of the time. Seems to be a continuation of the 2 battles that goes on. Glickner is all over the back of Odell. They're fighting for P8 overall, so There's three two-car battles going on here. Everybody else is kind of spread out between 4 to 5 seconds of the gap. So these guys are the closest battle between P3, P6, and P8 overall.
It was cool of the Mercedes there. I think that was Andrew Miller that may have pulled over and thought he saw a police car behind him. It was the leaders, Jason Phillips, second and third, Jason Phillips and Josh Bloom. But shout out to Andrew Miller for just giving way to let these guys continue racing up in the front for the most points, the mega points. Maybe that police car livery is paying off.
Yeah, we are past the halfway point now. So last time you guys were in, most of these guys came in at lap 18. We're at lap 25 now, so you got a couple guys that came in at lap 13. They might be coming in pretty soon. Looking at Justin Glickner and Justin Taylor, those two guys came in at lap 13 together. So if they're going by laps that they ran, this would be about the time to see them come in again if they're looking to do a triple or stint.
Yeah, that's true. They might not be able to make it with 2 stops.
No,
They should go instead of coming in for a splash, just go ahead and make 3 legitimate stops. But
yeah, it was interesting seeing they came in about 5 laps earlier than most of the leaders.
yeah, I think that was that was when the pit window opened, so you could make it from there with just 1 more stop. So now they're going to go 18 laps from there, which would be 20, 31. Lap 31 is when I expect to see those guys come in.
Got it.
We'll see. And then that gives them 18 more laps to the finish of the race.
Look at you, Nathan. Jesse
I believe.
Oh, look at this. Travis Rowe, I think he's made the move now.
All
Oh,
right.
nope. Jesse Coffey made the move back. Sorry. Might have gotten the run on the inside somewhere. Yeah, our camera guy had to step out for a potty break, so I'm focusing on you guys just for a little bit longer as they catch up to the back of
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So these guys on track. Jason Phillips is second overall to Josh Bloom, only by 70 points total.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 70 points. So
100. I think it was 150.
Jason Bloom's got 66 and Joshua Bloom's got 65.3.
That's right. It's Brian Cox at 150. Sorry about that.
So these guys separated 70 points. So we know Josh Bloom wants to get around Phillips because that's just that many more little points he gets to get on him. Give and take, the 0 X's. I'm not sure how many X's these guys each have each other. We know for sure Glickner's got a 4X.
And Max Powers led every lap, so we know they're not leading laps yet.
Yeah.
Brian Coxon did lead a lap for staying out, but he's the points leader, so he's definitely going to get another few points. Here we are again with Jesse Coffey and Travis Rowe. Man, these guys just don't quit.
So here's a pass. I'm pretty sure our camera guy might have heard me in the headset and I about doing anything about it. So Travis Rowe gets on the inside here, but Coffey's able to hold the momentum on the outside and keep the move going back into turn 1, which got Travis Rowe just more and more annoying.
Travis Rowe's got the inside line here. You think he'd elbows up and just go deep, but he's too clean of a racer and knows Jesse Coffey's going to leave room as well, so they just back and forth.
Yeah, that's something definitely with the pace these guys have here. He's just still not able to make the move down here because it turns into a switchback the other way and gives Coffey the inside line. But
crossover here. Oh, not close enough.
I say where Travis Rowe's sitting, I think he's sitting in a good spot because he knows that he's still got his pace going on and he's still with Coffey even after the pit stop. he knows where he can line them up.
And don't forget, it's going to continue to get darker and darker as the race progresses, and that could play a factor later on. But man, just what awesome racing we have in this Midwest Motorsports GT4 League. It's awesome.
Yeah. If I've seen that right. Josh Bloom has dropped 5 seconds to Jason Phillips when he was just on him. I'm not seeing any off track, so 5 second difference is pretty significant. Not sure if he got caught up with some lap traffic. Trying to look at the last time to see. Well, we have to wait till he cross the finish line to see what happened there.
Maybe the hairpin, yeah. I don't know if there's sector times you can see. But it's easy to make a mistake and lose 3 or 4 seconds, and that's all it takes, really. One little misjudged corner.
Yeah, so he didn't get an off track, which is good on his part. Max Power still holding down P1 as he's done from what I've been told, what I've seen the entirety of the race minus 1 pit stop. And just behind these guys, you saw the battle behind him. That's Dale and Glickner, who have been just as inseparable as these two. As O'Dell takes a whole lot of curving on the left-hand side, gets the entire left car up off the 2 wheels. Glickner still following behind him, maintaining the pace of the Aston in front of him.
Sector 1, where Josh Bloom lost 3 seconds at least, so it may have been turn 1.
Well, you get sectors, don't you? I see that.
Yeah, last sector's 38 for most everybody except. Oh, now it's clicked over because he's gone. There was a 41 for Bloom. But Glickner, Justin Thaler's dropped back 9 seconds now, so he must have also had a bad lap.
Here's Thaler as he's going to do the turn 1 spin.
Swerve to miss the bollard, and yeah, we've seen Christopher Hopper, we've seen David Wortman, we've seen several guys do a full spin there. Let's see if Justin can keep the gas in and gas it around, not with ABS.
I think that was most impressive. That was a full 180 and some, and it just reverses back into the nice concrete patch. There you go.
A little pirouette, yeah. I guess that's a loss of control or 2x, but I'll gather it up. That's off track.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what's going on with Joshua Bloom because he's now. Yeah, no, he's 5 seconds back. So
He's all right. He's no loss of position. Brian Coxon's still 5 seconds back, so it's good move for Jason Phillips to get around Brian Coxon earlier, and then force a move around Josh Bloom in turn 1, and that has moved Jason Phillips to second place. But it's going to take a lot to catch Max Bauer 10 seconds out. Max Bauer's got the AC on and the radio turned up, now fighting through traffic, and he has the luxury of time to be patient, as he does here, lets these guys fight, and maybe he can get a good run out of here, and blue flags will let Jesse Shoup and the 60 car, Ian Bakaitis, know that he's coming.
all right, I've started commencing Naj Kula in the Ford Porsche, the leader of the amateurs. He's made his way into the pits and he's taking tires, and you saw the car lift up. Justin Davis coming behind him from P10. Let's see if he gets lifted up. There he goes. So they're at least taking some tires. Not sure how much they're taking. But Niles has made it out of the pits with his last pit stop time.
I said 31. I was a lap early.
And Niles Kouliak came in with the 36. So I wonder if these guys are taking the. No, he can do the fueling that time, fueling and tires. So he comes in, takes both, does a full top off. probably have to come in for another top off of fuel, more than likely. With 29 laps down, and he's got 36 more to go, so he had to take somewhat of a slash. Bailey makes his way out now, back down to P16 for his pit stop. P2 took a 36 second pit stop on lap 29. So these guys are, I'm not sure they're making 36 laps. But here we go again, Bro and Kofi.
It's crazy. When they go through that chicane, it looks like they're going to almost roll all the way over after hitting the high side of those curbs.
Yeah.
Travis Rowe from Richmond, Virginia, catching up, trying his hardest. Get around Jesse Coffey.
I didn't know he's from Richmond. Yeah, I might have seen him at the Richmond track, but I went this. Maybe I'll go in the summertime to see him out there in the summer fall race.
Right down the street, huh?
About 45 minutes away. I'm like equal distance between Norfolk and Richmond. Around the old city of Williamsburg.
I'm sorry, Lynchburg, Virginia. Did I say Richmond? Max Bauer is currently residing in Canada, but he is Swiss-German.
Swiss-German residing in Canada.
Speaking French. Yeah.
French. He is a Swiss Army knife of people. Yeah, what he's also good at? He's good at sim racing.
Darn right. He's out there teaching a clinic today. Again, Travis Rowe, a high side in those curbs. This is the closest battle on the track. We're not going to let you guys miss anything.
Speaking of Isaiah, behind him, you got Odell and Glickner still going at it.
Really surprised about Michael Odell's qualifying. For him to be, qualify 18th is definitely not like him, but he's moved up. I don't think he had a pit lane start or any penalties, so I'm not sure. Maybe just showed up late or wanted a challenge. Either way, he's definitely keeping pace. His fastest lap is a 2:06.3, and that's right in line with, I guess, top 7. So he's right where he belongs right now. He is. The next battle up ahead is going to be the Travis Rowe Jesse Coffey battle. Travis Rowe now has slipped back 2 seconds. Justin Glickner and Michael Odell hard at it. Good catch, Michael. You can really see the steering inputs here, and this Aston Martin seems to be a little bit loose. We've seen the Aston spin out the most, I would say. .7 now the distance between Jesse Coffey and Travis Rowe. Michael Odell just behind. So Michael Odell's got the bit between his teeth. Give him for the most number of cars passed bonus, if there is such thing, which I don't think there is. Justin Glickner decides to come into pit now, and he did make it to lap 32, the end of 31. So we split it 13, 18, 18 minutes, that is, or laps. I guess there's 30 laps to go.
I'll leave the math to you. I'm not that bad.
30 minutes. Yeah, it's still minutes. Well, 1 hour and 9 minutes into the 1 hour and 40-minute race. So 30 minutes to go. David Wortman's in the pits, jacked up, getting tires. Glickner comes out right behind Niles Kula. David Stark holding down P9 for now. I think he has another stop. Niles Kula does not. Justin Glickner does not. This is David Wortman's second pit as he's on his way out, just behind Justin Thaler.
Well, we're starting to see it now. Now we're starting to see the lights get visible on the track surface now. Before they're kind of just like a little show, but now you're starting to see them show up on the ground. It's going to get darker here soon. Well, it'll be interesting to see if we can get the time in the world. If somebody's got that pulled up. 6-9. That is the Christopher Hopper as they got a drive-through for too many incidents.
It's a bummer. I'm sure he's having a good time no matter how he does out there. Christopher Hopper definitely has a good time racing. Glad he's here. Niles Kula and David Stark. This is for position. 9th position for David Stark. 10th for Kula, but I think David Stark is going to have to come in and stop again. So all Niles Kula has to do is wait. Unless he wants to go, because he's definitely done his last stop, and I believe Ty Williams is in the pits now. So that means Niles Kula is going to take over the AM lead.
Yeah, Niles just got in. He's got quite a bit of time. He just topped his car 10 seconds, so he's got at least another 20 to go before he comes out. Put John Daniels in front of Albert Williams. Justin Taylor might be sneaking by there as well. So Williams is getting outboard now. Taylor's gone by. So Albert Williams was sliding between 14 to 16 here between Taylor and Wortman. Singing P15 after his stop. There's Taylor. Francis Faustino. We've got Steve Hansel fogging up his rear mirrors. Breathing down his back.
Headed down towards the hairpin. Yep. Francis Faustino in the Mercedes, red and white. Steve Hansel looking for a way around.
We've transitioned from light fog to overcast now, so it should be getting a little more clear for these guys in the distance, but darker coming up here pretty soon.
Big run for Steve.
Hansel.
Side by side. Turn 10, Steve Hansel makes it happen. Francis Faustino tried to put up a fight. Leaves plenty of space, but actually just enough space for Steve Hansel to go through. Francis Faustino still inside the top 15 and ahead of Justin Thaler. But I think Francis has another stop to make, and I think Justin is waiting for it.
That's correct. Hanto's fast time overall is about a second on Faustino, so I think Francis knew what was coming up and just decided to not fight it and cause incident for future.
David Stark in the New Balance. Porsche, Niles Kula in the brown number 4 Porsche. Justin Glickner lurking behind.
I think it'd be pretty cool to see a New Balance car and like each week the New Balance, like the white just gets a little bit dirtier every week. So eventually by the end of the season he's got like a brown New Balance car with grass stains on it.
Cutting the grass. Then halfway through the season, he gets all brand new white again.
Yeah. Or showed up with a black car and like, wait, well, you got a black New Balances? That's not right. So Montague and Bacchitis will come back in. So Bacchitis is come back in the world. He's back racing and he's back in the pits. Still unsure what happened. I'm sure I'll get a report from him later after the race to figure out what happened.
Kula pops out in the Schumacher S. That's not a place to pass. Nice job to back out of that.
He lost it. No, I saw what happened behind. I saw him hit a lot of the curb and he started swinging to the right.
Oh, Niles Kula probably. Oh, no, I can't blame him for that one. That's all Glickner. A lot of curb.
A lot
A
of
lot of
counters
entry
here.
curb. It's almost like he high-sided on that first one.
Yep.
And counter-steered
Exactly.
through it. Yeah.
Terry, a little bit happy to see that. Justin Baylor has now closed in within 11 seconds of Glickner now. Both those guys have made their final stop, so they won't be stopping anymore. I bet you Justin just like, come on, make one more of those happen for me so you can get right on your tail again.
Remember, Justin Glickner just stopped a lap ago. 27-second stop. So I'm not sure if his tires were still warming up. Not sure.
Dark, still holding off Niles. Niles, a lead amateur car, putting up a good fight with these pro guys.
Niles Kula third in points in the M division. He got 100 bonus points last week at Spa for the fast lap in this division. Jason Phillips in from second. And Josh Bloom as well. Max Bauer stayed out, went long that first stint. He stays out, goes long again. Both cars jacked up, so taking tires of some sort.
Hey, what? The way he's looking for now is Kula. He's sitting P9 overall, and he's got Albert Williams and Ian Bacchitis who are in front of him in the championship, sitting 15 and 19. So he's going to get a nice hefty gain from this if he finishes the way he does.
800 points separate him now, so he needs as many as he can. Whoa.
Bet you can't guess who's still battling on the track.
Travis Road, Jesse Coffey.
Battling for P3 right now on the track. Niles, there they are. These two guys still going at it now. P3, they still have another stop to go, so I think this is one of the higher positions they've been in most of the night. Here's Francis.
"17 seconds now to Josh." Sorry, is that a 12? 12 seconds to Josh Bloom from Jason Phillips.
That's interesting. Phillips came in, so Phillips is gambling. He came in with a 23-second pit stop compared to Bloom's 31. We'll see if Phillips played out the numbers game right here. If he's gonna come up short in the fuel reserves, but Phillips was in front of Bloom before the pits. Bloom passed Phillips in the pits, but then Phillips took the significantly shorter pit stop. As you see, Travis Rowe now diving out from Jesse Coffey. Jesse's got a whole lap to breathe, but also still maintain as much pace as he can to try and not let the undercut happen with Travis Rowe. Mike Odell has also come in the pit, so that's going to promote Phillips back up to P4. Josh Bloom sitting 12 seconds back down now to Jason Phillips. That is an interesting strategy. I wonder if Josh Bloom just kind of messed up because everybody else is coming in has been in the 20 to 23 second pit stop time around that time, but Bloom came in for 31 seconds.
31.
It's a long stop for being the same time as everybody, the same lap or two as everybody else. Go. 19 laps to go. Now Kula still hounding David Stark. Kula should not have to pit. Stark does have to pit.
The leaders Stark in the pits. 28-second gap. I'm sure, and Max has already been stopped for 10 seconds. So I'm sure Max is going to come out in front. And Brian Coxon, Brian Coxon has to pit. Coffey's in for his final stop with 19 minutes to go and some change. Getting a little darker out there, depending on how your graphics card is set.
Alright, so here comes Jesse Coffey coming out of the pits. Travis Rowe with the whole Hayes team coming in just about 4 seconds behind him now. But Coffey's still got to warm his tires up. Travis Rowe got a little extra lap to go. We'll see if these guys close the gap and see if the couple gets reunited by the end of the race. Steve Hansel coming in here for his last stop. We still got to see Brian Coxon, David Stark, and Keith Hurlbut. I believe are going to be the last 3 pits for the night. And yeah, there should be it for pitting. Here's Coxon coming through the long straightaway for the chicane. See if he dives it in here. Here comes Coxon, making his 3rd and final pit stop. Got 24 seconds to Jason Phillips. We'll see how much fuel he has to get in there. If I'm not mistaken, he might only have to do about 21 to 20 seconds. Gotta make sure he does not miss this pit box. right, so Coxon comes out. There's John Quinn behind him. John Quinn closing the gap within 2.5 seconds now to Brian Coxon. Lap times, fastest lap times are almost identical. Right now, only one person has hit 2:04s, that's Max Bauer. Hitting the 2-minute and 4-second lap time. Just squeaking in 2:04.958. As David Stark makes his last stop. Keith Herbert's made his stop as well, and that should be it for the stops. Now it's 15 laps to go, and no more tires, no more fuel for these guys. They're gonna go flat out for the rest of the 15 laps, as Max Bauer still holds his 15-second lap lead over Jason Phillips.
It's really getting dark now. You can see the lights provided by the track and by the cars. David Stark comes out in P11 and just in front of Ty Williams, but behind Justin Taylor. So can Ty Williams, who's an AM driver, second in the AM division right now.
No, he's first.
Second place, sorry.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, which is 12th overall, but like you said, 4 positions back from Niles Kula. So Niles has a lot to gain if they stay like they are. But like you said, Aaron, we still have 14 laps left.
Yeah, he's got Steve Hansel, who's been on the move since the start, so he's still holding about a second faster lap. Last time around, he was kind of go off that because of pit stops, but fast time in comparison, got about a second on Albert Williams. So we'll see if Steve is Niles the old help here and puts a little position in between him and Williams. Travis Rowe still not able to find his friend on the track, but now he's made acquaintances with Michael Odell, who's coming from P7, trying to look for 6 now. It's getting really dark now. I'd say about 2 laps and start getting dark.
Yeah, and we got, what, at least 60 to go?
13?
13 minutes?
Oh, laps?
We're at 1 hour and 26 minutes in.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think, okay, the 13 to go. I thought that was lap stuff.
Yeah, it's missing the colon at 00, but
Okay.
that is 13 minutes to go. But yeah, like you said, Aaron, the lights, look at that. You can really see from this angle, lights lighting up the track. I mean, I'm sure some graphics card have settings for brightness and display, and
Oh, yeah.
so you can work it a little bit. Here's Ty Williams. Can he get around David Stark? He's trying to force the issue as they go around the first couple turns.
Yeah, he's got Steve Handy kind of close on him, so
Yeah.
Ty is trying to put some space in between him and Hansel, and Hansel's not letting him go very easy. He's getting a big run on there.
Ty's trying to gain some of that points he's losing to Niles. Every position matters nowadays. Steve Hansel looking aggressive. Inside, Ty Williams going to let him go, I'm sure of it. With Stark up ahead. Ty doesn't just give up. At some point, he's got to. It's not worth risking. Steve Hansel made his intentions known. I'm coming through, but I'm not going to risk. It's been one of those days right now. Steve Hansel is not going to. Mr. Nice, the night Steve Hansel has left the building is the racing Steve Hansel with a bit between his teeth.
Yeah, he sees position for them. He wants them all now. Shark might be his last chance of getting another point between him and Thaler. He's got about 8 seconds in front of, I'm sorry, it's 10 seconds between Stark and Thaler, so this might be Steve's last chance of getting an extra point. An extra position, 4 points, I should say.
No time like the present.
Now it's
You're
up to
right.
Albert Williams. He's got to make the move on Stark to get back the position he lost. Three different manufacturers. All in the same division of points. I'm sorry, Albert Williams is an amateur driver, so Williams making the transition from the Oval Series. Then hold his own here, still leading the overall championship as of now. Don't believe he's going to lose the points to Bukaitis as he's still in front of him. And now it doesn't have that much made up on these guys, but just enough to make it a little bit closer for him.
Tyler Williams is your Rating Truck Series champion on the oval side.
That's right. Wrapped that thing up a week ago.
Steve Hansel is checked out after passing Davis Dark. Albert Williams now going side by side again up the Schumacher S's. Tyler Williams on the outside. Oh,
Down.
through the Schumacher S's. Those are flat out S's on a good day with fresh tires.
It's a nice, cool track. We're seeing you guys' time start dropping now. Track's pretty cool. They got some nice worn tires, so they're able to brave it a little bit more on the outside than they normally would these turns. Compared to a hot summer day where the sun's beating down, the track temps get to 120, 130. They're probably sitting somewhere in the, I would say between the 80s, maybe 90s, with how much they've been running on the same line.
Adam can tell us. I don't know if he's still got the Weather Channel up, but I think it has track temperature on there.
There you go. Track temp is, oh, okay, I'm pretty sure it says 56 degrees.
100% humidity.
Yeah, it's the wet one. The track temp is, oh sorry, the real temp is 66. Track temp's about the same. So our fog's going back in, no more overcast, so lights are going to get brighter now.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
Maybe that's why we're getting good tire wear. Travis Rowe and Michael Odell are going at it as well.
I guess who else just went out? Brian Coxon just got passed by Josh Bloom.
Whoa.
Or those guys are going back and forth.
No, Josh Bloom is falling back into the clutches. Brian Coxon came out of his last pit stop in front, I believe. No, Brian Coxon was in front.
Yeah.
He gets the chicane wrong, and Bloom says, "Opportunity, I will pounce."
Brian Coxon not having the best of nights, but he's still able to maintain some race pace. He's still got 150 points on Jason Phillips, who's only sitting 2 positions in front of him. Given that Coxon, I believe, did lead a lap, and I don't believe Phillips has. So it's going to help maintain the points gap at least.
"18 seconds now, the lead for Max Bauer. He has not looked back.
guys are slowly starting to catch Jesse Coffee. He was 3.5, 4 seconds in front of these guys. I think when Will let, or I'm sorry, not let, but when Odell made the pass by Will, he kind of lit the fire to keep up with him and hopes that him and Odell can catch back up to Coffee, pressure him into a mistake for the last position in the top 5. Being held right now by Jesse Coffee. Josh Bloom's got Brian Cox now. He's feeling the charge coming on. Got 5 minutes to go. Give or take 2, possibly 3 laps. I believe they'll have this and plus 2 more laps.
Yeah, it's really dark. I love it. I love the transition. Here's a fixed track cam. Really fast section of the track. Justin Taylor goes by. If you want to get in some of this Midwest Motorsports action, scan the QR code on the screen or go to www.midwest-motorsports.com. We have 2 oval series that are about to start, Friday series and a Sunday series. And the Tuesday night GT4s are on the track.
Yeah, don't be left in the dark like it is out here on the track tonight.
That's right. Don't be left in the dark. I like it. Come join us. www.midwest-motorsports.com. Brian Coxon is not letting Josh Bloom go.
And what's impressive is see Michael Odell come from 12 positions back, started P18, sitting up in P6 right now. Within a second and a half, I believe Coffee might have had an instant because he's losing time big time.
If Odell breaks in the top 5, that would be amazing.
He just got top 5. Coffee had an instant where he was off for a little bit. Or I think he might swap because he went off track and he was slow big time.
Slow down.
He was about 3 seconds. He might have had an off track and a slow down. But we see the fantastic duo.
Here's these 2 again.
Beating back. Of course, it would happen in the last 3 minutes, about a lap and a half left. Now it's Kula still holding down P8, top of the amateurs right now, separating himself and Albert Williams by 3 cars. And here they are. Fantastic duo of Rowe and Coffee. These guys need to open their own chain of coffee called Coffee Row.
Oh, nice. I like it. I'd buy some.
Some things just write themselves.
That's right.
No, you can't quit, Adam. You gotta stay here. We need you. You can't do cameras and do this stuff.
Camera operators get free coffee at Coffee Row.
Here we go.
No lattes, though. Espressos only. No lattes.
Yeah, Coxon just shy of a second back, but I would like to see this Rowe battle because we know what Rowe has set up for Coffee. See if he's gonna make the pass stick. We're gonna come down here. Oh, it's gonna get nitty gritty now. We know Travis knows where he can make a pass, and he's been patient all but 1 hour and 38 minutes of this whole race to not push incidents when they need to be pushed. But if you're gonna push them, now's the time to do it. So I anticipate something either coming into this last chicane or going into turn 1. I don't know if we can get a pass before. Is this going to be the last lap coming up here? Will we able to find that out for us, Josh? Is the last lap they're coming on to, or they have 2 more to go?
Probably going to be this one and 1 more.
I think
Max where's Max?
So yeah, Max did cross line.
46.3. If he gets back, he'll do 1 more. But I don't think so.
There it is. Travis Rose on the inside now. Watch this turn 1 move.
There's the lap car up ahead.
No, that's my,
Oh,
yeah, in front of Michael O'Dell. Watch Row.
okay. You're right. Sorry.
He's gonna go the right here. Last lap, he's gotta go on the right.
Dive bomb. Oh,
Gonna do
oh,
the
Jesse
overcut.
Coffee goes late. Forced the mistake. Nope. Jesse Coffee left room. He went deep on the brakes just in case. But you're right.
This is go time for Row.
It's now.
Last lap, Max Bauer is gonna be bringing home the finish from start to finish with the basically pole to pole.
Over 20, flag to flag victory for Max Bauer. 20 seconds behind. And then another 10 to Josh Bloom.
All right, Travis, where are you gonna line him up at? I'm gonna come over here to the hairpin.
I would say Jesse Coffey's still looking for it to get up on Michael O'Dell. So it's a three-way battle here for 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Wonder if Coffee. There's Max Bauer bringing on your
Congratulations, Max
P1.
Bauer.
Sorry to cut out there, Max, but we got this exciting battle back here. These three guys that's go Row almost collects the back of somebody. Who was that? Aaron Mitchell.
They might have another
There he
lap.
comes.
They do not have a checkered flag.
No checkered flag. Oh, it's white flag. So we got a whole nother lap of this battle. Let's go. Travis Rowe getting all up in the back of that Beamer.
Here we go. Into the chicane. They now know they have one more lap. Good run out of the chicane. Now he's going to stick his nose up. He's not going to give this opportunity up. Jesse Coffey sees him inside. They're still going to go side by side down the front straightaway.
Oh, Travis, I think
Michael
Travis
O'Dell's going to provide a draft. No, he doesn't. He has to pull back. Oh
Travis
my
left too
gosh.
much space. I would closed that door. He left a lot of space there.
Total respect. Maybe next time. Going with the flag, we might elbow him up. Yep.
And this is where you get some sweaty palm when these guys are wearing some gloves.
Riding with Travis Rowe, looking up at Jesse Coffey.
Been too involved watching this race, trying to figure out where I would make the move. Or at least I would try. Checker flag, Max Bauer takes a victory home tonight. Coming out of the last turn, flash those lights, let everybody know. Hey, look what I did, flag to flag. Thank you, sir. I'll take that home. Join back here with this last place, this last position for P5. In-car battle here. You got lap traffic ahead. That's Christopher Hopper and Keith Herbutt. Gula takes the victory home for amateurs.
The darkness of Nürburgring and Travis Rowe right on the rear bumper of the BMW up ahead. Christopher Hopper and Herbutt pull over and let these guys go.
Close for Rowe. I got really close to Travis Rowe. We'll see what happens here.
One more corner to do it. That's it. They're going to come across the line. Michael O'Dell is going to get 5th. Jesse Coffey 6th. Travis Rowe 7th. Incredible.
Those guys had a great race to finish it off there. I do believe Rowe kind of got surprised by the car on the inside of that left-hand turn there. I hate to see that happen, but it's racing. Here's David Stark on the back of Albert Williams now. So Williams was able to get by Stark and gain another position on Kanaus Kula. Justin Glickner coming in for P9 overall, 8th in the pros. I bet Odell was telling about that. Odell was on the radio telling me he was worried about those two guys. Those guys were hounding him behind him. Justin Taylor comes in for P10. The Justins finished 9 and 10 again. Here comes Albert Williams, finishing second overall in the amateurs. David Stark behind him. And on the distance back there is Dave Warman coming in for P13 overall. Max Bauer, the man from flag to flag. Fastest qualifier, fastest lap time of the night at the 2:04.958. Leads it from the start of the race to the end of the race. Takes home his dominant performance as he did. I believe he did the same thing last season here at Nürburgring. Congratulations to Max. I'm sure we're going to try to see if we get him in here for a post-race interview.
Yep, I just sent him a couple of DMs. Hopefully they'll come up. It might be what he's working on now as he pulls up right behind the safety car. But what an amazing race we saw it for 100 minutes. Just absolutely incredible racing. Once again, thanks a lot, Adam Sondag down in the truck for the wonderful cameras we got tonight. Everybody's got a checkered flag. We saw action, racing action up and down the field. We saw contact up and down the field. Aaron, what are you going to remember from tonight?
Man, who can forget Coffee Road? These guys having a good battle for the majority of the night. Max Bauer having his dominant performance. Josh Bloom, and Jason Phillips, they had their battle for most of the track too, and just all up and down battling through all these guys. Steve Hanzo coming back from his downtime and instance and coming back for a 14. There's your finishes overall for the pros. Bauer,
Michael
top,
Odell up 13 spots from his qualifying.
right.
Here's Max. 1 second, I'll send him up. Hey, Max, it's James in the booth. You got us?
I'm with you. I hear you.
Hey, Max, congratulations, man. That's what we call a old-fashioned butt whooping, man. You put it on the pole by over a half a second, and you led flag to flag, man. Something tells me you felt at one with the Aston Martin tonight at the Nürburgring.
Exactly. I love the track. I love the car, and making use of the track is key here. And yeah, in the beginning I struggled a little bit with the cold tires. Didn't want to overdrive once again, and Josh was keeping up as well. And a few laps into the race, and I found my rhythm and all the strategy. Everything worked perfectly fine, except for I didn't change the rear tires at the second pit stop, which I was planning to do. But I was able to save so much fuel to have another 10 laps open at the end. So yeah, I was like, come on, 10 laps. Your rear tires can deal with it.
Yeah, nice job, man. Well, congratulations. I know you've had a couple of bad races, so we won't talk about the points too much, but this is definitely going to help your case. I can't tell right off the bat who had the fastest lap, but I think you're the only one in the 204s. You had a 204.9.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. 204s.
That's wicked fast, man. Congratulations, Max. It's great to see you back up front. I hope this helps you feel better about the first half of the season and keeps you excited about the second half of the season, knowing that you can still play for the championship here.
Yeah, it was crucial to make up some ground, and tonight there is some success, and hopefully I can keep up with the other guys as well.
Looking forward to Long Beach next week?
Looking forward to Long Beach next week, but I really have to practice this one.
All right, Aaron, you got anything for Max?
Yeah, one tip you don't want to do at Long Beach is don't try to jump the fountain. It doesn't work out very well.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was nice to see you race out there. I know we had a couple of guys coming out of the pit stops and good tires, and they were losing out of the turn one. So you did seem like you had your car dialed in, and I don't know how you do it, man. I couldn't. I had a hard time with it, Aston, and that ultimately led to me come up here and talk with James and have fun watching you guys race like you guys do every night. So
Yeah,
look forward to you being out here next week, and we look forward to seeing you at Long Beach.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
All right, Max, thanks for joining us tonight, man. Great job. Great racing.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Have a good evening, Max.
Good
Well,
evening. Bye bye.
that's all I got from the Nürburgring. Eric, you got anything?
No, man, it was just nice seeing a couple choo-choos out there tonight.
Yeah, there's some great racing, man. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to everybody for coming in and watching us. And don't forget, next Tuesday night, we're going to do it again from the Long Beach circuit. So see you next week about 7:15, 7:20. All right. Good night, everybody from Nürburgring. Thanks again to Adam Sondag, Aaron Holroyd, and Josh Watt running the broadcast. I'm James J. for Midwest Motorsports saying, stay in your lane.